There is ultimately 15 steps that you have to take to purchase a home. A great real estate agent will take you through this process and advise you on what steps to take next, what decisions you need to make, and what all of your options are for each of these decisions. But before you begin this process, you need to make sure that you're ready. There's being financially ready to buy a house, which we'll talk about in a later segment. But are you mentally ready? You are about to make a big financial commitment and put down some roots. This is a conversation that you need to have with yourself, your spouse, and other family members that you look to for advice. So step number 1 in the home buying process involves finding a great real estate agent. Step number 1 is my favorite step. Find a real estate agent that you're comfortable with to guide you through this process. Your agent should be easy to get along with, listen to your wants and needs, and be experienced in the home buying and selling process. There is one obvious choice, I'm just saying. Step number 2 in the home buying process involves the first step of the financial aspect of the process. If you're buying with cash, then you're all set. The only thing that you need to do is to have a letter on your bank's letterhead signed by a bank official showing that you have funds available in the amount of the purchase price of the property that you want to buy. If you need to finance your home purchase, you need to get pre-approved for a mortgage. Talk with your real estate agent about this. They have 2 or 3 lenders that they work with on a regular basis that they trust to take care of their clients and help them make the best possible choices for their financial situation. The lender will review your finances and help you choose the right mortgage option for you and get you pre-approved for that mortgage. The lender will do a preliminary review of your finances, which will include pulling your credit and talking with you about your employment, income, and debts. Be upfront and honest with your lender about the entire financial situation. A copy of your bank's letter or pre-approval letter will be attached to any offer you make on a home. This gives the seller peace of mind that you're able to move forward with the purchase without any financial issues. You will find that a good real estate agent will only show you a house or two before they require this step to be completed. The reason for this is that they don't want to put in a lot of work only to find out that you're not qualified. Being pre-approved helps everyone who is a part of this transaction know that you are ready, willing, and able to purchase any home you make an offer on. Step number 3 in the home buying process is to create a list of your wants and needs. Wants are things that you would like to have in a home but could live without, or you could add to the home in the future. Needs are things that are non-negotiable that you just got to have in your next home. Write these things down and also communicate this list to your real estate agent. Step number 4 in the home buying process is to actually start looking for a home. Now that you're pre-approved for a mortgage, your real estate agent will guide you through this process and set up searches on their real estate portal that will send you the most up-to-date listings that fit your financial situation. Real estate websites like Realtor.com, HomeLight, Redfin, Zillow, to name a few, are designed to collect your information and sell it to real estate agents who pay big money for that info. Use your agent's website. Real estate agents have access to the most updated list of properties on the market. Step number 5 in the home buying process is to go out and view properties that you've found online that meet the criteria that you want in a home. Once you've saved a few properties, communicate that list to your real estate agent so that they can check availability and set up appointments to meet at the property. Remember that in today's market, you may make offers on several homes before you finally get one under contract. Step number 6, when you find the right home and decide that you want to make an offer, your real estate agent will review the most recent comparable properties that have sold in the area, to determine the home's value and advise you on how to structure a reasonable offer. Your real estate agent will write up an offer, which will turn into a contract once everyone has agreed to all the terms in your offer. This process may involve negotiating with the sellers to get reasonable terms agreeable to all parties. Your offer will include a purchase and sale agreement and one or more exhibits which will outline your contingencies. These contingencies involve financing, appraisal, sale of a home, and many other items that need to be addressed to make the deal a win-win for both parties. Step number 7, assuming that your offer has been accepted by the seller and both parties have signed off on the contract and all exhibits, the contract is then binded and the next phase of the fun begins. A copy of the completed contract will be sent to all parties. This includes the buyer, the seller, the lender, and the closing attorney. You need to get with the lender and hire a home inspector and pay for the appraisal. Time is of the essence, as you typically have about 30 days in the process to get a lot of these tasks completed. We'll talk about all of those next. Step number 8. The next couple of steps happen very quickly. We need to deliver earnest money to the holder listed in the contract. This is typically done in the form of a certified check from the bank. Earnest money is money that you're willing to lose if you do not go through with buying the property. There are a couple of exceptions to this that are written into your contingencies in your contract, which we will talk about in upcoming segments. Step number 9 is your due diligence inspections. You need to, at a minimum, hire a professional home inspector to go through this house and make sure that there are no unforeseen surprises. You may also want to hire a pest control company to look for any pest intrusions such as termites or other wood-destroying organisms. With your real estate agent, you will negotiate any repairs or credits from findings in the home inspection with the seller. Your real estate agent will advise you on how to approach this. If the seller declines to fix your requested items, you have the option to continue with the deal or terminate the deal as long as you're within your due diligence time frame. Step number 10 is part of the lending process. The lender will arrange to have an independent home appraiser evaluate the home. The appraiser determines what the home is worth, and the lender will use that value to determine how much they will loan you to purchase the home. The lender orders the appraiser from an independent pool of appraisers. The appraiser goes out, reviews the property, and all relative comparable properties determine value. As the appraiser is not supposed to communicate directly with either of the agents or the lender except to schedule access to the property so as to avoid any type of activity to influence the value of the home. Typically, you pay for the home appraisal at this point. Step number 11 kind of slows things down a bit. At this point, you need to be available and ready to react if anyone needs any kind of information from you. Typically, this will involve the lender and their underwriter reviewing all of your financial records. If they ask for anything, as silly as it sounds, do your best to get them the information, as time is of the essence. Any delay in getting requested information to the party requesting it slows everyone down and could cause you to default on the contract. There is a reason. Don't question it. Just do it. Step number 12 involves shopping. During this time, you'll need to shop for homeowners insurance. Talk to multiple agents, including your current agent, and discuss discounts and benefits that you may get because you are purchasing a home. Also, you need to begin the process of setting up utilities in your name and schedule them to turn on the date of closing. The utility companies usually send someone to read the meters on that day and leave the utilities on with no break in service. Talk with your real estate agent about getting the information about who the current utility providers are with the property. Step number 13. As I mentioned before, during this period, the lender, and specifically the lender's loan underwriter, is reviewing your financial information. Once this process is complete, the underwriter is satisfied with your ability to repay the loan. They will issue a loan commitment letter, and then we are clear to close. This is great news for everybody. Step number 14, typically a day or two before the scheduled closing date, you want to do a final walkthrough and make sure the house is in the same condition as it was when we went under contract. If it's not, we need to address those issues with the seller. Step number 15, and here we are, closing day. We all meet at the scheduled time at the closing attorney's office, sign some papers, take a few pictures, and get the keys to your new home. Congratulations.